morning, East Castle Place. How's everybody doing? Alright, well, welcome to this edition of Coffee with Tyler. Hope you have a favorite drink in hand and join with me in the first sip. Always delicious. Alright, so a couple things since we last met. I know that there's been a lot of presentations and showings on channel 955 as a lot of communication has gone out the community at large. So the State of the Castle happened yesterday, or was viewed on Tuesday of this week. Obviously this week, Thursday is when you're viewing this. So I'm wearing my festive lei, as hopefully you all enjoyed the Caribbean drummers that were around the community on Wednesday. So that's why you'll see the staff wearing the leis and the Hawaiian shirts and being very festive. We got some ice cream for the staff, and again, I think we're even doing pina coladas or something of that nature for the happy hours. But with that, COVID-19, as always, just to keep everybody updated as to where we are at, we currently have 0 employee or resident cases, so we're very pleased about that. We have no tests pending at this time and no residents that are symptomatic. That should be what you heard from the State of the Castle meeting last week, or on Tuesday rather. My memos will also dictate all of this, so again, if you are taking notes, feel free, but again, all this will be in a memo format tomorrow or Thursday. What else we did? Obviously last week we opened up the dining room, and so I know many of you dined last week and into this week. I'll be sitting down with Carlos today to review that, how that's going. I appreciate everybody's response. I've received a few great notes about the appreciation to the staff, to seeing your neighbors, to interacting, albeit 6 feet apart. So again, that's a huge step for East Castle Place, a huge step back to what we'll call normal, although normal's not here. And again, it is completely up to you. It is your choice. If you still aren't comfortable being in that dining room or in that setting, by all means, do not head there. Order your meals just as you always have and get them delivered. It's really nice that you have that option, and again, that was approved by the board of directors as well as LCS. We also opened up the exterior gazebo courtyard visits, and those will continue. And so again, please sign up at the front desk. We are just doing those right now, Monday through Friday. So we're trying to limit we're trying to have staff oversight. Again, my hope, my goal is that in the near future, although I don't know how near it is, that we may be able to get to 7-day-a-week courtyard visits, and that there's I guess an understanding that they may not be supervised, and not supervised in the sense of jail or anything of that nature. It's more just from a sanitation standpoint, just an oversight standpoint. But again, that exterior courtyard visits are available. There's tables set up. Please sign up at the front desk, call the front desk or Maureen for more information. The group sizes of 20 or less are still happening. I was so excited last week to have my first resident council meeting. It was great to see your resident council members live in person. The group size was roughly 8 to 10, I believe. And so we were able to socially distance. Everybody wore their masks, and we're able to have some conversation. The big news with the resident council is you'll be seeing some written communications for nominations and for the next council members. I believe there's 6 off-going members, and so we need 6 new residents that have been here for at least 6 months. That is the one requirement, and then you're voted on by your peers. And so again, more information to follow. The council will be directing that with the assistance of course, Maureen Scribner, who we'd be lost without. Yeah, we'd be lost without Maureen, for sure. If there's questions or your families are wanting to know what's going on, please send me their emails. That is something that I email out separately, weekly, to family members, so I'm happy to do that. It's very simple. Just give me the email address and I will send that out. You're also welcome to be on that list. So again, I know a number of you have responded, and hopefully those updates, although may seem monotonous, that's okay, because obviously that's what we want. We don't want COVID-19 at our community, and we want to continue to mitigate the risks associated with COVID-19. And lastly, just as a reminder, please do continue to wear your masks. Time and time again, this has been proven to be our best defense. So again, wearing that mask like this, over the nose, over the mouth, underneath the chin. This doesn't do too much good because it's still allowing for the nasal capillaries. And then this, of course, is really tough. This doesn't do anything. You might as well not have your mask on. And then Lindsay V. Good even said, this doesn't help either, because actually that's even more dangerous when you're putting it over your eyes. Of course, I'm kidding. I know none of you are doing that, but I promise you there probably has been some individuals out in the world that we live that may need that reminder. So, anyways, that's the COVID-19 update. It's pretty simple, which is good. Continue to stay strong. We're introducing things back into the community. Laura Wengler and team continue to put out the activities packets, continue to think outside the box, continue to bring in outside guests, musically, to the courtyard areas, so I hope you all are able to enjoy that. Also, Channel 955 has been a topic that I've run into a few of you on, and how we're going to utilize that moving forward. Can we, do some small group things and record so that Channel 955 is still happening? So, we're going to try that. We're going to try that actually today with the budget presentation. The budget presentation happened on Wednesday, August 26th. So again, we limited the group size to 20 or less. It's in Lindsay Hall where social distancing is available. Again, we're going to try it. So you'll see a recording of something that I'm actually excited about. I'll be back in front of a few residents. All of these events, I can tell you, are going to be sign up as well as first come, first serve. And so again, we are going to have a hard stop of 20. So I'll have my tough security guards and probably Laura and Scott. And also that's how we're going to be managing that process going forward. And it's going to take a give and take. So again, if you aren't comfortable in that setting, of course, don't come down. If you want to be there, again, I ask that you sign up at the front desk. And again, we're limiting that to 20. So again, if you're number 22, 23, number 21, again, I apologize, but we have to stay pretty strict on this. Again, we're trying to just limit the group size on an extended period of time. But don't lose faith. The budget presentation will be aired on Channel 955. I think Laura's got it in your packets, and we may replay it one time next week as well. You also will have received your letters this week. So, if there's questions on that, obviously we'll also have a budget presentation available in the library after the budget presentation for your viewing. And then, of course, if you want yourself your own copy, I'm happy to email that to you. I am just trying to limit my damage to the paper utilization around East Castle Place. And I know that only a select few of you may want an actual copy for yourselves. But if you do, just feel free to reach out. Pass me a note, send me an email, call me. I'm happy to put one in your mailbox for you. But again, the presentations will be in the library after today. So probably when you're viewing this, there should be one in the library. So that's how we're going to try to utilize Channel 955. Obviously, there's still going to be music programs and things of that nature. David Tolan's music program, I know, will be viewed. And again, we're going to start reintroducing maybe some small groups and maybe some recorded sessions. But again, it's all a fluid process. It's still very fluid. We want to mitigate the risk. We want to be able to do our best to be able to, in the event that something does occur, contact trace back so we can test others and move forward. We do have a rapid testing machine. However, the tests aren't available at this time. So we do have some capabilities for those that are symptomatic and for those that need the test, which is in our skilled nursing area. But again, the labs are pretty overwhelmed at this point still, and so we are working directly with the labs. So again, I know there's probably a lot of confusion with that. I'm sure you've seen the news and the different stories that are coming out related to COVID-19. Again, we're not through this. We're not taking our foot essentially, and putting it down and saying we're through this. Let's open back up. By no means are we doing that. We are taking calculated risks and trying to mitigate bringing first and foremost COVID into the community, but also how we're managing opening back up to the community, as now it's going to be on month 7 here shortly. So with that, please, I'm going to take a sip. I ask you to do the same. That was a pretty long update related to COVID, but sprinkled in there is I hope you were able to see and sense some optimism as we continue to move forward in various stages in reopening the community. And so again, I appreciate everybody's support and willingness and patience as we walk and navigate through this. By no means is there a perfect science. By no means is there a course that taught me how to walk through this. But I am fortunate to work alongside a fantastic group of directors, a board of directors, and a management company that has every best intention for you as residents, as well as for our staff members. One just related item is PPE, so personal protective equipment. We have enough of that. Our staff are safe. It's available to them. And again, we're fortunate to be in a position that we actually have a number on reserve, because there's been rumblings that there may be a PPE shortage in the future. Obviously, we know that the next season that's coming up, unfortunately, is flu season. I'm going to put a plug in, as I did it for the State of the Castle, to get your flu shots. This year, the staff are mandated to get their shots, and that's what we're going to do moving forward. That was a directive that the board of directors actually put in front of us from the health committee. Some of your residents, or some of your fellow neighbors rather, are on that committee, but that was done back in January. So this wasn't due to COVID. I think it's because we're a healthcare facility and it's long overdue. And so Lindsay Vigoot and the director team are leading the charge to make sure our staff are receiving their flu shots. Again, I will be the first one in line to get mine. I do every year, as I feel it's very important to lead by example, but also I also know how imperative it is to protect myself, protect my wife and soon-to-be son, but also to protect you all. Again, that's why we get the flu shot. It's first and foremost to protect ourselves against the flu to the best of our abilities, but it's also protecting each other. So again, September 30th, Teresa Jenkins has set up the flu clinic. I know that's a ways away, so I'm not asking you to put that on, or to remember that. Maybe mark it on your calendar, September 30th. More information will follow in written format. All right, so I think that's it for COVID-19. Who knows? Well, that's it for this week. Some exciting news that I just want to take a moment to really recognize, and I usually don't like showing my cell phone, but I need it because there's a list of employees that I want to recognize that are celebrating milestone anniversaries. And so usually, in the last year, 2 years, we've done anniversary dinners off-site, made it an event. COVID-19 has kind of turned that on its head a little bit, and unfortunately, the restaurants aren't able to meet that demand and give us a private room, etc., etc. So we thought outside the box, and Jen McEwen, who was our Human Resources Director, in working with Carlos and myself, thought, you know what, let's see what if we held it on site here. So, with the dining room being open, knowing that we're going to have a limited group of individuals, we're able to socially distance. Our kitchen team primarily is going to put together a fantastic breakfast, and I'll tell you that primarily it's Carlos Matos, as we don't want any of our kitchen members cooking their own meals. So next week, Wednesday, we're going to be celebrating with a luncheon and a small program in the dining room, exclusively for our employees, celebrating 5 and 10 year anniversaries. And I'm just going to list off the employees that are celebrating those. So this year we have 5 employees celebrating their 5 years, and Stephanie Brister, one of our kitchen staff members, our kitchen manager, Mary Blandino, one of our fitness managers, Anna Landis, our director of sales and marketing, Famata Niles, our front desk receptionist, and Stephanie Woods, one of our fearless CNAs, are all celebrating 5 years. Then we also have Mary Grace Alioto, who's celebrating 10 years. And again, Mary Grace will also be her swan song and celebrating her retirement. And then Jerome Williams, who drives the box truck up and down in our Highway 43 here and picks up laundry and is part of the laundry department. So we're going to celebrate these 7 individuals with the director team, and those directors will say a nice word in celebration of them. They'll also receive a certificate and then an award to recognize their 5 and 10 years that they've been at East Castle Place and doing having contributions to the services that they've provided. Then the next day, Thursday morning, we're going to do a brunch. The brunch are those for the veterans that are here for 20 plus years. So those that have been here for over 20 years are going to sit down and enjoy a nice brunch that Carlos is going to put together for us. And I'm just going to name off some of these individuals and give you an idea of how long they've been serving and being a part of East Castle Place. And we'll start from the bottom and go up. So again, Mary Clifton, one of our housekeepers over in Water Tower, 21 years. Mark Zafarin, one of our maintenance mainstays, 21 years this year. Lena, one of the nurses who works in Water Tower, celebrating 22 years. Ms. Audrey Carpenter, one of our CNAs, celebrating 23. Mr. Gary Aubrey, your choir director, as well as an activities coordinator for Water Tower, celebrating 24 years. Leslie Montez, also celebrating 24 years. She's our laundry supervisor, taking care of all of our linens. They're doing a great job. And then, of course, Teresa Jenkins, who you all know and love, celebrating just 24 years here. I always, joke a little bit with that, as Teresa's been obviously a mainstay. And then we have Ms. Velma Tribble, one of our CNAs in the CBRF and Water Tower area. And then she's celebrating 25 years. And then Laura Wengler, our Director of Community Life, taking care of all the activities, 26 years. I believe she started right out of grade school almost. Then we have Beverly Smith, who is celebrating 28 years. Just a quick side note on Bev, we also promoted Bev to be a lead housekeeper. So congratulations to Bev Smith. And then 32 years is Donna Moberg. She's one of our CNAs in our Water Tower CBRF. 32 years. And then lastly, Lolita. Lolita Dedman, who is in the kitchen. I'll give everybody a chance to write down on a piece of paper how many years that you think Lolita has been here at the community. All right, does everybody have their answers in? It's almost like a quick trivia with Mike, right? 43 years. That's right, you didn't mishear me. 43 years. Miss Lolita Dedman has been working at East Castle Place and providing the wonderful meals and support to so many residents over that time period. 43 years is quite a feat. So again, we're going to celebrate these individuals that are celebrating 20 plus years at brunch. You may say, Tyler, well, what about the 15 years? Well, this year we don't have any of those milestone anniversaries. All these dates are as of June 1st of this year. And so again, that's what we will do to recognize and honor those that take care of you. Again, just a short program and recognition. And again, all these individuals will also be receiving a certificate and an award. So if you see any of those individuals that I just listed off, and again, we'll post something on channel 955 next week to celebrate these individuals so that as you see them in the hallways, you can say, wow, thank you so much. Congratulations on reaching the milestone. That has all been awesome. So I'm looking forward to that event, but you will see us in the dining room on Wednesday and Thursday. Again, we'll make sure that we have housekeeping and we'll properly sanitize that space after lunch, before your dinners, again after brunch, before dinner. I will ensure that that happens with the kitchen team as well as our housekeeping team. What else? We have a couple cool things happening that you'll see on channel 955 in the next coming weeks. New resident spotlights, and so the marketing team is taking that on to spotlight some of those residents to sit down and do a to have them on channel 955, because it's come out that some of you're seeing individuals that you may not know, and some of your new neighbors, you want to get to know them. Obviously, usually we do a nice welcome to the residents. You do part of the hospitality, and we've had to stop that due to COVID. And so rather than that, we're going to have marketing take kind of a spotlight of the new individuals. We also will be updating the pictorials, hopefully at the end of this month. Those will be in your mailbox. I know that's something that everybody has wanted. I apologize. Again, COVID's throwing us off again, but again, Anna and the team have committed to that. Finally, Mike Brever has been working hard, working on the generous donation that was given of the sound system. Again, that hearing loop that for those that are hearing impaired have a hearing device. That system will tie directly into that. But that project seems to hopefully, as Mike would do, knock on wood, come to a head and will be final as of Friday. So individuals, the contractors will be in on Friday to put the finishing touches on the system, and then we should be all set. All right, and then lastly, I want to let everybody know that I will be out of the office on Friday. Lindsay V. Goot has the community as well as the rest of the director team that's here. And then actually Monday morning, I also have an obligation outside of East Castle Place. I'll be in around noon. However, if you need anything, please contact Maureen Scribner, contact Lindsay V. Goot. They know how to get a hold of me. Again, I will be monitoring emails, but I'm going to take a day off to spend with my wife as we continue to prepare for baby Gudex. That is now 8 weeks away. We actually just last night, fun story, it kind of is hitting me. I've spoken a couple times, I don't know when it's going to. We got our car seat for our car, and so I was managing that, trying to figure out how to get through that. Car seats, I'm sure, you know, are so vital, and just again, it's one of those realization pieces. And so again, thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the support. Again, just trying to keep you updated on my personal journey as I become a dad. I'm so excited. My wife Stephanie continues to be a rock star, working from home. still full time, and just doing incredible. So she definitely is definitely feeling the pregnancy, but each doctor's appointment continues to be very positive in everything that's happening, and you know, we're just truly blessed to walk through this journey together. And you know, I've spoken with Anna across the hallway as I'm taping this in my office, and just hearing about Wesley, her little guy, and you know, it's just incredible. And my sister had a little one. My niece, who's I just texted this morning, I remember holding her. She starts high school today, so yeah, that's the other thing that is boggling my mind. She's all grown up, and then I have a nephew that's starting 7th grade, so 14, 12, and then 6 months. My sister just texted me a picture. My niece is standing already at 6+ months, grabbing everything, and I'm sure you can remember that as well. All right, well, thank you for allowing me to give you a little of my personal history. Again, just a little piece of outside of these walls of East Castle Place as the executive director. Again, and I share that with you because, again, I look at East Castle Place as my extended family. I look at East Castle Place as, you know, that place that I spend a large amount of time at, and have gotten to know many of you also on a little bit of a personal basis. So it's great, and again, I'll keep you posted throughout that journey. But any tips and tricks you got, I'll be all ears. The one that I keep trying to reiterate is get my sleep now. So weekends I do enjoy sleeping in a little bit, but at the same time, looking so forward to it. So, as always, if there's anything that you have questions or concerns about, please do let me know, let my team know. We're here for you. Continue to support each other. Continue to reach out to your neighbors. We're all in this together. We're all going to remain ECP strong. So, with that, I'm going to sign off with a sip. And everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay well.